PBI students, fresh graduates, and all our mobility webinar enthusiasts. We do hope that today you are in a good condition, healthy, and happy. I'm Mary Christiana from PBI Batch 2020, will be your host for today's webinar. Good afternoon at Western Indonesia time. Wherever you are now, thank you so much for joining us in the Upward Mobility Webinar Series Session 1 with the topic Winning a Scholarship to Pursue Higher Degrees. Such as interesting topic, right? So this event is proudly presented to you by the English Language Education Department. And on this special day, we are having two special guests. They are two wonderful PBI alumni who have won prestigious scholarship to study abroad. Wow! I'm sure you must be waiting for them and you must be very excited to listen to their presentation, right? All right then. We shall begin today's webinar by listening to a brief opening speech from our chairperson, Ibu Veronica Tri Prihatmini MHUM MA. Dear Ibu Tri, the time is yours.
Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone hear my voice clearly?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the noise outside because my neighbor is now building, having a construction in their house, and this might interfere with this, with the sound here. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. I mean, all the participants of these webinars, especially for the speakers. So I'm very grateful to be here with you to, I would like to firstly thank Ibu Rina. Ibu Rina, are you there?
Yes, Putri.
All right. Okay. Well, Ibu Rina is the one who organized all these things. I would like to express my greatest gratitude to enable us to meet here virtually. And I think this is a very good opportunity for us to learn from the alumni. So here we have Mbak
Ingrid.
Mbak Ingrid, yes, Mbak Ingrid and Mbak
Inga.
Okay, Mbak Ingrid and Mbak Inge. All right. So where are you now, Mbak Ingrid and Mbak Inge?
I'm currently in Jakarta, Ibu.
In Jakarta?
Still stranded. I have to go back to Ambon actually. It's a month ago. I just arrived in Jakarta from United States. I just finished my study, but because of this kind of PPKM, so I cannot fly actually because I bring my toddler, 3 years old. So yeah, I cannot possibly fly with him. Yeah, so that's why.
Yes. All right. Thank you. And Mbak Inge, how about you? Where are you now?
I'm currently in Jakarta, so I think we are in the same place because Australia has an open day borders for international students yet. So I'm stuck here, but I'm glad I make it here.
All right. Thank you very much. So later, the juniors, okay, your juniors will be very grateful to listen to your stories. And well, dear students, I'm very, very grateful to welcome Mbak Ingrid and Mbak Inge here to share with you all about their experiences in getting scholarships. And this is one thing that you need to know, that most of PBI lecturers, I think, or all PBI lecturers, I suppose. Yes, all PBI lecturers have got scholarships to study. Yeah, so yeah, I think no one is spending his or her own money, especially for the PhD program, but most of us have got the scholarships also for the master's program. So I think you will be listening to very very good resource person who are experiencing this. One from, America, studying in America, one from Australia. And we are expecting that one day we also have someone from from Europe. At the moment, I think about at least I know 3 persons studying in the UK for the PhD, who are contacting me. Well, anyway, I'm not going to take your time, Mbak Ingrid and Mbak Inge, to share your wonderful experiences, to give some insights, to give some motivation to PBI students. And I hope that you can learn a lot from them and can be their followers one day. Okay? Who doesn't want to continue this, your study in abroad? I believe that everyone wants to have the opportunity. Okay, so Mbak Ingrid, Mbak Inge, again, thank you very much for the time that you have spent to share with the juniors. Well, Mary, so I give the time back to you.
Okay. Thank you for the beautiful speech, Ibu Tri. Excited about this webinar, right? But before we proceed to the main agenda of this webinar, I would like to deliver some announcement. The first announcement is related to door prizes. So for today's webinar, there will be some door prizes or giveaways for some lucky students. So what are the door prizes? First, our speakers will give 2 questions for you in the end of this webinar. Correctly, each of you can win a 50,000 rupiahs GoPay top up. Wow! And the second door prize, you can win a 50,000 rupiahs GoPay also by posting an Instagram story on your personal account. It's easy, right? Your story should say something about this upward mobility webinar, such as your impression about the event or speakers, what you have learned, your reflection, and so on. Make sure you make it as creative as you can, okay? You can provide pictures, caption, decoration, filters, and whatever, okay? And don't forget to mention PBI's Instagram account at PBI Sanata Dharma. You can start doing this from now until 7 p.m. tonight, okay? Remember, 7 p.m. tonight. The winners will be announced via Instagram later tonight. So don't miss the announcement, everybody. And the second announcement is about the exit ticket. To prove your attendance, you are required to submit an exit ticket. The link to the exit ticket will be given at the end of this web requirement for you getting your e-certificate. So make sure that you don't miss it. All right, that's all of the announcements, everyone. And now let's not wait any longer, as I know everybody's so excited for this webinar, right? So I'll go to the first speaker, Kak Yudia Inge Gavenila. Hello, Kak Inge, how are you?
Hello, I'm fantastic. How are you?
Great, I'm good, thank you. Well, everybody, Kak Inge is a PBI alumni from batch 2015. She is an awardee LPDP Scholarship 2019. And now she is currently studying in University of Melbourne, Australia. Wow, she is so amazing, right? Okay, dear Kak Inge, the floor is yours.
All right, everyone. Hello. So today we're going to talk a lot about how to win a scholarship and all the things. And I'm so excited that I can, kind of go back to this family again. So I used to be from batch of 15, 2005. So I graduated in 2019. And I think some of you know me Some of you do not know me, but anyway, we will going to start this anyway. Ini presentasinya akan casual aja, so I'm not going to be the only source of information. So if you have something to deliver or you have something to say, I think you can just chat me so your friends can know what I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I'm so excited. I will try to share my screen. Wait, I hope it works. All right, so this is it. So I have 30 minutes for this. I need to go really quickly. And this one, I'm going to call it Winning Scholarship for Your Master's Studies. Because I'm now currently a master's student, so I want to give information more or less about how to win a scholarship for your master's studies, particularly to the country that I'm currently in Australia. So personally, I think you need to know me. So my name is Yuridian Gavinila, and you can call me Inga or Miss Inga or Kak Inga, whatever you are comfortable with. I'm 23 years old. I'm going to turn 24 this year, but I'm still 23. I have a favorite quote: "If you never try, you'll never know." And I think because you have tried to join this webinar, I think you will know something that will be useful for you eventually. So good job. I'm a Virgo, if you believe in star sign. I currently live in Yogyakarta, Indonesia, because Australia hasn't opened their borders yet. I hope they will open it soon though. I'm color neutral, creative, social person, fast texter. I think this is unimportant. So I'm going to skip that. Talking about as a part of community. So I graduated, as I told you before, from Sanata Dharma University in 2019. And then I got scholarship in 2019. And then I started my study this March 2021. And then I am expected to graduate in 2022. So I'm currently a student in the University of Melbourne, Australia, in the Victoria State. I am taking Master of TESOL. I am supported by LPDP from the Ministry of Finance of Republic of Indonesia. So if you are interested about LPDP or about Melbourne University, you can always ask me. I'm so open to questions. And anyway, mungkin kita bisa pakai bahasa Indonesia juga ya. Aku juga supaya teman-teman lebih ngerti dan lain sebagainya. I'm currently here. I'm stuck here still in Yogyakarta, especially because Indonesia has the highest daily cases surge every day. So yeah, I hope I can make it to Australia soon. Anyway, so today I'm going to talk about four main elements. The first one is about the preparation. So what you can do before starting your scholarship journey, and then the selection process, and then adjustment to the uni, and then set up your future career plans and what you can do next after you got the scholarship and graduate, and all that. All right. The first one, the preparation. Where do we start? I think you are still a student here, so I think perhaps you are kind of perplexed on what to do first to get the scholarship, and I will share some tips to you. Jadi tipsnya apa nih? Aku sekarang lagi masih kuliah nih. Okay, so this is what I have here. I'm going to use pen. So the first one is you need to choose your dream scholarship and universities, of course, because there are a lot of scholarships. Yeah, di zaman sekarang ini banyak banget scholarship. So I think what you need to do first to get scholarship is to determine what kind of scholarship I want. Gitu. Lalu yang kedua, make your CV stand out, because you are still a student. It's your opportunities to build up your CVs and your resumes. Jadi jangan jadi mahasiswa yang pasif ya. Jadi keep doing what you can do selama masih menjadi mahasiswa. And then other than that, you need also some requirements like IELTS, certificate, and then essays, personal statement, motivation letter, recommendation letter. But that is after you have decided what kind of scholarship you want. So and then last but not least is about application day. Jadi tahu nih pendaftaran di luar negeri, di kampus luar negeri itu kapan aja gitu. Karena sistem pendaftaran di luar negeri itu kan nggak sama ya waktunya kayak di Indonesia. So you need to prepare many things, but I'm going to unpack that one per one for you. Gitu. Okay, so I think I might want to make this presentation as interactive as possible. So there are a lot of scholarships and I have mentioned 6 here. Yang pertama LPDP dari pemerintah Indonesia, ada Chevening dari UK. Jadi itu khusus untuk teman-teman yang mau dapat scholarship di UK. Lalu ada Erasmus itu untuk yang ke Europe. And then study in Korea itu KGS itu untuk yang pengen ke Korea. Ada Australia Works untuk yang mau ke Australia. Dan ada Fulbright Minet untuk yang ke US. Nah, ini teman-teman punya ini kan ya, you have the annotation and then you can make a stamp. So aku pengen teman-teman klik annotate di Zoom-nya teman-teman, and then you click the stamp, and then there are 6 shapes there. Ada yang tanda panah, ada yang love, ada yang bintang gitu. Nah teman-teman klik satu, terus kira-kira teman-teman pengen dapat scholarship yang mana nih dari 6 ini gitu. Can you do that? I'm going to give an example for you. So I have a love shape here, and I put it there in LPD because I'm an LPD awardee. Nah, teman-teman coba sekarang. Yeah, that's it. Can you guys do that? Okay. I'm going to wait for maybe 30 seconds so that I can have the quick survey results within 30 seconds. Banyak yang pengen ke Australia pakai Australia Word. Good. Good. Wah, banyak yang pengen ke Korea ya. Good. Okay, while the votes are still coming in, banyak nih teman-teman yang ternyata pengen dapat Australia Awards. Jadi pengen pada ke Australia, mungkin dekat sama Indonesia. Good job everyone. Thank you so much. Jadi ini kayak overview aja ya, ternyata dari teman-teman banyak yang pengen ke UK, Australia, and Korea. Kalau LPDP bisa kemana aja sih teman-teman? So ada apa sih benefitnya masing-masing. Thank you so much. Mungkin aku akan clear the drawing dulu ya. Okay. And then clear my drawing. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, jadi udah menentukan ya. Itu tadi berarti oke, aku pengen ini. Nah, lalu yang kedua adalah langkah selanjutnya ketika sudah menentukan mau pakai scholarship apa, ketika lulus itu make your CV stand out. Back then when I was a student, I was involved in a lot of organizations, and then a lot of activities, student activities, student exchange program, and then volunteering. So I think if you are now still a student, this is your best opportunity to make the best of your CV. Jadi yang pertama nih, ketika daftar beasiswa itu screening pertama kan administrasi, yang dilihat jelas CV. Nah, yang paling menonjol untuk yang CV itu, yang scholarship tuh ada 6 hal ini. Sebenarnya ini nggak fix sih, but like if you have one of these or 2 of these or 3 of these, that will be better. Tentang internship, sekarang udah ada ya simbol kampus Merdeka di sini, and that is a great opportunity for you. Jadi kalau bisa ikut internship, ikutlah internship. It will make your CV stand out more than your peers gitu. So I think internship. Kira-kira teman-teman internship itu sudah apa belum? Lalu yang kedua adalah volunteering program. Volunteering program itu bisa banyak ya, misalnya saya KKN itu wajib ya. Tapi ada volunteering lain yang nggak wajib, sifatnya nggak wajib, and that will help you a lot. Dulu Miss itu ikut volunteering jadi LO, liaison officer, untuk program summer program yang dari Kongkuk ke sini, dari Monash ke sini juga dulu di lembaga bahasa, and I included that in my CV when I was registering for scholarship. Lalu yang kedua tentang student organizations, banyak banget ya kalau event di PBI ya, itu bisa diikutin teman-teman, apapun itu, just be a active student. That will help you a lot. Lalu yang keempat adalah tentang publications. Ini mungkin agak step up ya. Mungkin banyak dari teman-teman yang nggak suka nulis, but in fact, if you can write, just write. If you can join a conference, international conference, for example, that will help you a lot. Back then, when I was a student, I was a speaker of many conferences, and also I published many papers. Not many, but like it's an achievement, and it made me stand out in front of the judges dari scholarship itu sendiri. Lalu international exposure, misalnya teman-teman bisa ikut conference international ya, student exchange atau model UN, that will be great. So what you need to do, what you need to highlight when you are still a student is make the most of your opportunities. It's really challenging to get college scholarship because you go through various screening processes, but make sure that you are a cut above the rest. It means that you stand out more than everyone else. Gitu. And then make sure you have maintained. Sorry, I have a grammatical mistake here. And then make sure you have maintained a good GPA because that will help you a lot. GPA itu memang bukan segalanya, tapi ketika teman-teman dapat good GPA, that will help you a lot too. Our work experience is relevant for CV for scholarship. Gimana nih kalau misalnya pengalaman kerja? Kalau berhubungan dengan jurusan yang teman-teman inginkan, work experiences itu work. Gitu. Jadi itu ya teman-teman, caranya bikin CV kita stand out. Lalu yang ketiga adalah the other requirements. The other requirements itu yang pertama adalah IELTS. Mungkin banyak dari pejuang scholarship yang berjuang di IELTS karena beberapa kampus itu syarat IELTS-nya tinggi, seperti Stanford punyanya mau di Ayunda. They need their candidate to get IELTS itu minimal 7,5 untuk semua skill, and that is hard. Jadi ketika milih universitas itu pastikan teman-teman lihat requirements-nya. Contohnya di sini dicontohin di Wageningen University. This is one in Europe, di Belanda, in the Netherlands. Mereka untuk master they require you to have IELTS of 6.5 itu overall, so not really high, tetapi di Melbourne itu band 7 untuk semua skill dengan itu ya minimal 7 untuk semua skill. So there are many different requirements dari institusi satu dan institusi yang lainnya. Jadi ketika udah milih scholarship-nya apa, udah CV-nya ada bagus, lihat kampusnya kira-kira requirement-nya apa dan bisa persiapkan, because IELTS test is not as easy as you can imagine. Back then I used to take IELTS itu tanpa belajar, and it only made me pass the scholarship process. Tapi untuk daftar ke universitasnya lagi, karena dulu aku tidak terlalu persiapan untuk IELTS, I need to retake IELTS test sitting lagi gitu. So I think ketika sudah mengetahui pengen kampus mana, bisa langsung les misalnya atau belajar sendiri because you are a PDI student gitu ya. And then kalau pengen yang lanjut ke MBA ya, misalnya persiapkan juga tes seperti GMAT. Itu untuk yang tematik sih, tapi kalau pengennya kayak yang masih language related course, you don't need GMAT or GRE. And then essays for the scholarship and then the universities, there are different types of essays they want, so make sure you have met their expectations. And then motivation letter, personal statement, letter of recommendation. I think it will be beneficial for you if you are still a student, because you can ask for a letter of recommendations from your thesis advisor, from your lecturers, from Miss Rina, for example, from Pak Thomas, gitu ya. And then they may take up a lot of your time, and make sure you have prepared them long before the application day. Nah, iya betul. Requirements ini perlu waktu yang lama ya. Misalnya tes IELTS sendiri dia butuh proses sekitar lesnya berapa, misal sebulan, ntar hasilnya keluarnya 2 minggu. So they are not jadi dalam 1 hari ya kayak candi. So make sure you have prepared the time, the energy, the money, gitu ya. Dulu Miss lulus sidang Mei 2019 dan Miss daftar LPDP di tahap kedua itu September 2019. I only got like for around 4 months intensive. Itu cukup rush, 4 bulan aja cukup rush. So I think if you can prepare earlier, it will be better for you. So Lalu application date. Nah, application date setelah menentukan beasiswanya apa, CV-nya sudah stand up, lalu universitasnya sudah milih dan sudah lulus gitu ya untuk English requirements and other requirements. Pastikan application date-nya teman-teman perhatikan. Not that date, not the date with your romantic partner, but yes, the application date. It's about the scholarship application deadline. Jadi jangan sampai kelewatan deadline-nya. Lalu university intake university itu masuknya universitasnya. Kalau di Australia nih, Miss contohin di sini ya, intake-nya ada dua, itu ada winter intake and then summer intake. Kalau yang winter intake itu masuknya Juli, ya Juli itu masuk. Kalau yang summer intake itu dia masuknya sekitar Maret ya. Kayak gitu. Jadi berbeda-beda ya untuk universitas. Untuk yang di Amerika mungkin ada yang fall class, ada yang ya kayak gitu ya. Ada yang fall class, ada yang nanti mungkin Bu Ingrid bisa menyampaikan karena beliau dari Amerika gitu. And then you can ask for help from education counselors or register by your own. Jadi daftarnya bisa pakai agen edukasi atau bisa daftar sendiri gitu ya. Okay. Okay, about the selection process. Ini selection process untuk yang ke beasiswanya dulu ya teman-teman. Commonly untuk yang LPDP terutama, commonly the test itu involve several stages including administration, selection process, TPA ya, itu kayak TPA ya, select apa sih? Kayak ada matematika dasarnya, kayak ada verbalnya, kayak gitu-gitu. Ada juga interviews. Nah, tipsnya apa? Study, learn, study dulu. When I was a student and dreamt about getting a scholarship, I bought a book, tes CPNS, karena tes TPA di scholarship LPDP itu mirip kayak tes CPNS, and I bought 2 big books, and then I read them, I recheck about the formula of the math, soal matematikanya gitu, terus aku kerjain kayak gitu-gitu. Nah, itu juga bisa teman-teman pelajari mulai ketika udah mau daftar gitu. Lalu interview. Jadi study, learn, study. Don't skip the important dates ya teman-teman, intake dates-nya dan juga tanggal scholarship-nya. Contohnya kalau di TPA, tes TPA itu kalau di LPDP dulu ya, ada barisan aritmatika gitu. Misalnya kayak gini, suku ke N ya, barisan tersebut adalah. Nah, ini untuk tes TPA. Nah, ketika teman-teman sudah paham nih, nanti bisa lolos TPA, nanti baru bisa maju ke interview. So there are a lot of stages ketika screening processes. Dan yang paling susah itu selain TPA adalah interview, because you need to make sure the judges that you are valuable untuk mendapatkan scholarship tersebut. Contohnya pertanyaan misalnya, why do you choose this university or country? Kenapa nggak milih universitas di Indonesia aja? Kenapa nggak milih di universitas yang misalnya nggak di Australia kayak gitu. Lalu why do you deserve this scholarship? Why do I need to choose you? What makes you stand out than everyone else gitu. Jadi teman-teman harus punya preparasi selain apa sih pengetahuan tentang TPA-nya, juga mental, karena ketika interviewnya teman-teman itu nggak convincing, nanti teman-teman bisa nggak lulus di interviewnya gitu ya. Jadi gitu. Ini tentang yang LPDP sih. Kalau tentang yang Australian words, I don't really know. That's beyond my expertise. And then adjustment to your new university. So welcome after you have gone through those several screening processes. Kan teman-teman terus keterima di universitas ya. Now make sure you can adjust well, especially for the cultures, the weather, the history of the country. Why I mentioned the history of the country? Karena kebanyakan nanti di kelas itu history countries-nya itu akan mempengaruhi cara mengajar dosennya. Contohnya kalau di Australia itu mereka sangat menghargai kaum Aborigin dan juga Torres Strait Islander. Jadi mereka bakal ada kayak pembukaan gitu sebelum belajarnya dimulai. Kalau di Indonesia kan berdoa mulai. Kalau di sana kayak homeland welcoming gitu deh, speech gitu deh. Lalu about the campus cultures juga teman-teman harus belajar. Kalau di Australia dari sudut pandang Miss, orang-orangnya suka ngomong. Jadi ketika ada orang Asia yang ada di kelas tersebut, orang ini harusnya kalau mau blend well itu juga harus suka ngomong kayak gitu. Lalu tentang grading schemes-nya, kalau di US mungkin ABCD ya kayak di Sanata Dharma, tapi kalau di Australia terkhusus di Melbourne itu mereka beda. Mereka ada H1 itu untuk first class honor, lalu H2A, H2B, dan lain sebagainya. And then you need to step up your game. Don't be a little shy next door person. You are yourself, your family, and the whole country because you are the representative of the bigger community. So make sure you behave well, you study well because that will make you proud, your parents proud, your communities proud gitu ya. And then one other advantage and benefit from getting a degree from overseas gitu itu adalah you can expand your network. Jadi ketika lulus nanti networking-nya bisa lebih luas and that will help you a lot to get your dream job gitu ya. Ini tentang adjustment to the university. So after you have been admitted gitu oleh si scholarship dan universitasnya gitu. Lalu, your future career plans. Jadi pastikan ketika sudah master degree gitu ya, itu you have your own vision. You have envisioned yourself about what you want to do in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years. So do you want to be an educator? Do you want to be a diplomat? Or do you want to work in FMCG company, F&B company, management consulting group? Because PBI itu sebenarnya luas ya, jadi nggak cuma mulu jadi educator, you can be whatever you want to be sebenarnya, karena luas banget sebenarnya jurusan kita ini. And then start dreaming what you want to do with your master's degree. Nah, kalau di universitas luar negeri nih biasanya nanti ada kayak career consultant gitu dari student representative, dari university representative-nya, and they will help you a lot. They also will provide you one portal about a job gitu ya. Jadi teman-teman bisa cari apa sih kayak inspirasi dari portal job dari universitas itu. Itu sih biasanya kalau di luar negeri itu bedanya yang nggak di Indonesia gitu. Anyway, gitu aja sih, udah berapa menit ya? Can I know how much time have I spent, Kak Mary?
Yes, you can. You still have time, Miss.
How much time?
10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. Good. Thank you. So for the next 10 minutes, I have some reflective questions. This is not about the question that will guide you to the door prizes. This is just a personal question, and I want to hear from you because I have talked for quite a long while, so I want to hear stories from you as well. So how far have you prepared yourself? Untuk teman-teman yang di sini, kira-kira adakah yang pengen dapat scholarship? Can you give me a reaction like a thumbs up or something else? And so I can tell that you are going to have your preparation day for the scholarship. Oke, ada Kak Yohanes juga, ada yang lain lagi. Don't be shy. Ada Kak Kidung Jaka, Jagat. Oke. Ada Kak Cynthia. Okay, good. Now, yeah. So from some of you, I think I want you to open your mic and just share what you have prepared so far. Mungkin dari mungkin Kak Erika dulu ya, Violita. Hello. I want to make this interactive. I need to hear some voices from you. Hello, Kak Erika.
Hello, Kak Ina.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the disturbing sound.
It's okay. So, are you interested to get a scholarship for your next higher degree?
Yes.
Yes.
I really want actually.
Yes. And which one? Which one is that?
I think about in Australia or maybe in US.
Okay, and then how far? Oh, you have a good music out there. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for the.
Yeah, it's okay. So how far have you prepared yourself for that? Have you prepared the IELTS course perhaps, or Have you prepared your have you like made your CV stand out and something like that? Have you involved
I
in
think
an internship?
I think not yet, sih, Kak, because I still focus on PPL and also next maybe KKN and thesis. So I just
Okay.
still focus on that. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Thank you. So it's nice to hear from you. So you said that I haven't gotten the time to build up my CV. Actually, to build up your CV, you just need to spare some time. For example, like you join a conference or you do some volunteering projects. And I know, as a like semester 5 student, I think you are quite busy, but still you can still make time to build up your CV because that will help you a lot to get scholarship sooner, gitu ya. Good, Kak Erika. And then I
Okay,
have
thank
my
you, Kak.
you're welcome. And then the second question, how many months do you think this process can take up? I think I will ask Kak Kak Kidung Jagat mungkin. Hello.
Hello.
Dear. Yeah, how are you?
Fine. Nomor 2 ya, Kak?
It's just a reflective question. How many months do you think the scholarship process can take you?
Wow, I haven't thought of that. I don't know the answer.
You don't know, but have you decided which scholarship you want?
Yes, I want to go to UK.
You want to go to the UK, so perhaps you can get the Chevening scholarship. But if I'm not wrong, I think Chevening scholarship needs it's granted to have a work experiences for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Jadi harus ada pengalaman kerja 2 tahun dulu kalau nggak salah Chevening. So I think you need to recheck that. And if you are nggak eligible untuk Chevening, I think you can get other scholarship which does not require you to have job experiences, work experiences sih Kak Jagat ya.
Mau tanya dong Kak, itu job experience-nya tuh yang seperti apa ya?
Okay, I think mungkin aku jawab di sini nggak apa-apa ya, bukan yang question and answer. Untuk yang job experiences itu biasanya dia full time job experiences kalau nggak salah. But you need to recheck that because I don't know a lot about Chevening. Kira-kira butuh berapa waktu nih buat Kak Jagat untuk mempersiapkan scholarship between 1 to 12 months? Kira-kira butuh berapa?
12.
12, okay. Okay, it's okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much untuk teman-teman. Jadi begitu ya. Jadi persiapan untuk beasiswa it's not like membangun candi ya. Jadi cuma sehari jadi. So bagusnya teman-teman di sini itu berarti teman-teman udah tahu tentang apa yang perlu dipersiapkan dan lain sebagainya. Sebagai dulu yang juga berjuang scholarship ketika masih kuliah, misarankan itu yang pertama adalah teman-teman tahu mau daftar scholarship mana, lalu persiapkan yang requirements, terutama yang English requirements atau GMAT dan GRE. Kalau teman-teman mau lanjut ke yang non-language related course. Lalu yang ketiga adalah build up your CV ketika masih mahasiswa. Gitu aja sih reflective question-nya dari aku. And thanks a million. Remember that a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. So this is your first step, I guess. And then you need to make further steps to get your dream scholarship. And thank you so much for listening. I am sorry if I made some mistakes, and I hope this session will be useful for you in the future. And thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Kak Inga. That was very insightful, and thank you for the tips to get a scholarship also. Those are very fantastic advice for us. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone. As we have already listened to the first fabulous presentation, we shall now move on to the first Q&A session. Okay, if there are any question regarding the materials from Qna, feel free to ask by typing the question in the chat box, or you can turn on your microphone and Qna will directly answer your question. Okay.
Okay, so is there any question? I'm so open to questions.
Can I ask something?
Yeah, of course, go on.
Okay. Thank you for the chance. Qna, you know that we have a lot of sources to us to learn about IELTS and also TOEFL, but do you have the recommendation for us to learn it freely? I mean, just from the link, or maybe a course for that. And I think a lot of my friends also need that information to advance their IELTS and also TOEFL. And do you have the recommendation, please?
Okay, thank you so much for the amazing question. Regarding to IELTS or TOEFL, since I used IELTS to apply for my further study, my master's study, I will talk from the IELTS perspective. From IELTS, because IELTS, they have like 3 partnerships from British Council, from Cambridge, from British Council, from Cambridge is all examination, and from IDP, I think I will recommend you to download books from Cambridge. There are 16 series of IELTS up to now, up to 2021. So you can download the IELTS test from Cambridge, and there are a lot of like questions and answers and like practices for you to kind of like sharpen your knowledge about IELTS. But for TOEFL, I don't know a lot about that because I didn't use that when I applied for my master's study. And that's the best answer that I can give to you. Is it good for you?
Yeah, thank you very much, Kak.
So you can download from Cambridge, yeah? There are 16 series already. Okay. Kak Mary, can I read the questions from the chat box,
yeah.
or will you read it for me, or should I read it by myself?
Okay, I can read for you, Kak. Okay. There is question from Kak Nori. Hi Qna, I'm Nori and I want to ask you something. In your opinion, is it better to apply for a master's scholarship abroad right after we graduate, or we can work for 1 until 2 years first and then take a scholarship abroad? What are the advantage and disadvantage? Does it make a significant difference if later we will apply to a company?
Okay, well, that's a hard question. Jadi dulu kalau aku setelah lulus, aku kan langsung sekolah ya. Jadi kenapa itu? Karena yang pertama keuntungan jika langsung sekolah tidak bekerja terlebih dahulu adalah akan save your time. It's more time saving. Because umur kita kan selalu bertambah setiap tahun. Nah, kalau kita udah master duluan gitu, nanti kita akan lebih cepat dapat gelarnya gitu. Tetapi nanti mungkin kerugian dari kalau kita master duluan adalah ketika kita sudah lulus master, dan ketika waktu master itu kita nggak berbuat apa-apa nih, nggak ikut internship dan lain sebagainya, ketika daftar kerja nanti kita masih masuk ke entry level, jadi masih disamakan ya, terutama kalau di Indonesia, master, lowongan kerja master itu tidak terlalu banyak, kecuali kalau teman-teman pengen ke management consulting group misalnya. They require you to have a master degree, tapi untuk perusahaan-perusahaan yang lainnya misalnya mereka masih pengen yang bachelor gitu. Itu sih kerugian yang kedua ketika belum dapat pekerjaan dan master duluan. Tetapi banyak juga yang sekarang ya lowongan kerja yang membutuhkan master sih gitu. Jadi tergantung kebutuhan teman-teman nih, pengen save time, umurnya biar nggak terlalu tua gitu ya, terus master dulu. Nah, kalau misalnya kerja, itu apa keuntungan dan kerugian? Nah, misalnya sudah kerja duluan gitu, dan mau master itu jelas ya, nanti pekerjaan itu bisa, master teman-teman itu bisa menunjang pekerjaan teman-teman, misalnya dapat promotion, misalnya dapat kenaikan pangkat, gitu-gitu, kenaikan gaji dan lain sebagainya, karena kan kualifikasi teman-teman semakin bagus. Tetapi nanti kerugiannya mungkin ya itu niatnya, mungkin ya di niatnya untuk master setelah bekerja itu mungkin agak susah, karena nanti mungkin ada kendala di pekerjaan, misalnya terhold sama pekerjaan, nggak boleh ada tugas belajar dan sebagainya gitu ya. Karena nggak semua perusahaan itu memperbolehkan karyawannya untuk lanjut master dan masih tetap di hired, masih tetap di employed di situ. Nah itu mungkin kerugiannya, jadi harus keluar dulu dari kerjanya gitu. Itu sih keuntungan dan kerugiannya. Dan selain itu juga umurnya mungkin ya, umurnya bisa menjadi ini hurdle.
All right, thank you so much, Kak Inga.
You're
And
welcome.
we still have time for next question. This is from Kak Icha. Hello, Kak, I'm Icha. I want to ask, when you got into the interview, what answers that you gave to the judges when they asked you those questions? Thank you.
About the interview question dari LPDP ya berarti, why do I choose Australia? Why do I choose Master of TESOL? Back then, I answered it quite confidently that I chose Master of TESOL because in Indonesia, I think there is no Master of TESOL provided here. Most of the master program in Indonesia are related to linguistics and also to English language education. But for TESOL, like specifically TESOL teaching English for speakers for other languages, itu belum ada. So that's my question why I chose Master of TESOL. And then Australia, because Australia provides I don't know, the most outstanding Master of TESOL programs compared to other countries. Actually, I was applying to Columbia University as well in the United States, but they only provide the linguistics, Master of Linguistics. So there is no Master of TESOL. That's why I chose Australia. And those were my answers back then. So yeah, so I think that was quite convincing for the judges, and they trusted me anyway. Gitu.
All right, thank you so much, Kak Inga. And unfortunately, the time is up, everybody, for our first Q&A session. But there are a lot of questions that have not been answered in the chat box. To Kak Inga, if you don't mind, can you help us to typing the answer in the chat box?
To what? I'm sorry. To type the answer?
Yeah, to typing the answer in the chat box, because
all right, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kak Inga. Once again, we
You're
want
welcome.
to say thank
My pleasure.
answering the question. Thank you, Kak. And now, everyone, let's move on to the second speaker. We have Kak Ingrid Olivin Tanasale. How are you, Kak Ingrid?
I'm good, thank you. How are you all today? All now?
I'm sure we are great right now, okay? Well, everybody, Kak Ingrid is a PBI alumni from batch 2003. She is a lecturer at PBI Universitas Patimura. How wonderful, okay? So without any further ado, we will listen to Kak Ingrid's presentation. Dear Kak Ingrid, the time is yours.
Okay, hello everyone. I hope you are still up, not to be tired or sleepy. But anyway, we try to make it as interactive as we can. And of course, I would say thank you for Miss Inga. She had a very wonderful presentation, especially explaining step by step how to apply for scholarship. And for my session, I'll try to bring some reflective approach, even way before you try to apply for scholarship, thinking about yourself and what you want to be before you apply for your scholarship. So I will try. Give me 1 second. Let me open the presentation slide first. Okay. 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 Can you all see my slide now?
Yes. Yes, Kak.
Okay, great. So my title of presentation is Winning a Scholarship to Pursue Higher Degrees, like the the general topic for today's webinar, but also winning a scholarship to construct my professional identity. Why I say professional identity here? Because as you know, thinking about scholarship and gaining opportunity to study abroad, it's always been related to your dream job, like Ms. Inga said, and also what do you want to develop professionally in your career. Okay, so let me explain about myself first. My name is Ingrid Olikin Tanasale. I'm from Ambon, Maluku. I'm a student of PBI batch 2003, quite old for some of you here. I'm a lecturer of English Education of Fatimura University. I used to be an ADS or Australian Development Scholarship awardee 2011, and I gained my Master of TESOL International in Monash University. One of your lecturers too, Miss Ella, she used to be my kakak tingkat, yeah. She is actually younger than me, but she is a very excellent lecturer and also scholars in Monash University. And another scholarship that I got is I'm a Fulbright grantee 2016, and I just a newly minted Doctor of Philosophy from Indiana University of Pennsylvania in United States. Okay, so I will try to explain a little bit about why being a PBA student is very also important to build my identity. But let me first try to explain to all of you why I use the term identity here. So as a part of my sharing, I will begin with the questions of what is identity, or what is your identity, or what is my identity? So let me take a bit of theoretical route here for my sharing. I hope you're not bored. Yeah, because you are PV students, so I'm sure you're all smart. So traditionally, identity is perceived as unique, fixed, and coherent. So people always see somebody, it's just one identity. Oh, she is a mother, she is a lecturer, she is a daughter, or she is a woman. And with the sense of oneness, only one particular characteristic that you put it to somebody else. And then it is based on the reference of cultural or biological characteristic of a group. So we think of the person as a woman because she has a physical characteristic as a woman, or we think about the person as a lecturer because she's working in a particular university. So that's a kind of traditional perspective somehow, but you, if you try to reflect yourself, you also might think that, oh, I might have one particular identity that I'm proud of, or that I don't really like it. For example, oh, I'm proud to be a PBA student, or I'm proud to be a certain member of a particular community. So it is okay for this kind of idea. However, I cannot say that it's completely true. It's actually partially true to think about that kind of identity. So I would like to bring the idea here that identity, based on what I've learned so far, identity is constantly evolving, complex, and multiple. It's always been in progress. So there are a couple of names of scholars here that you can see that introduce this idea. So I think when you see constantly evolving, for now you see yourself as a PBA student, but later on, 2 years or 3 years or 4 years later, you are with particular or a new identity. So it evolves from PBA students, becomes a PBA graduate, and then it is complex in the sense of I'm not only a PBA student, PBI student, but I'm also, for example, a leader of PBI student in my class. And then the other idea is identity is multiple. So for example, when you are in school, you are a PBI student, sorry. And then when you are at home, you are a daughter. When you are with your friends, you are the leader of particular community. Or when you are having an internship, you are an employee of particular company or whatever it is. So I would like to try to challenge you to think about that idea that your identity is not fixed or just one. Your identity is constantly evolving, complex, and multiple. So here I can say that in general, identity development always relies on how we progressively perceive or understand ourselves. Jadi kalau kita ngerti diri kita tuh kayak gimana ya? Through different types of experiences, good experiences, bad experiences, they're all okay. Hopes, what kind of hopes that I have now? What kind of dreams that I would like to pursue in the future?
Interrupting.
I'm sorry?
The slide is still stuck in the first slide, Kak.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you see now?
Still in the first slide.
No. Give me 1 second.
Okay, Kak.
Sorry for the technical problem. It happens. Yeah. Yes, I know. Give me 1 second. Okay. Can I have the committee to help me with my presentation?
Yeah. Oh, that's showing the identity is
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. No, we
Gotcha.
can see that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Right. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry for that technical problem.
It's okay, Kak Ingrid.
Okay. So shall we continue?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, and then, once again, like I said, we cannot see ourselves as one identity or one particular characteristic, but we see ourselves constantly evolving, complex, and multiple. So it's more like how I progress through experiences, hopes, dreams, and interactions. So those kind of things that you have to remember in your mind. Okay, so why do you think that understanding identity is very important for winning the scholarship to pursue higher degrees? That's a very challenging question, because when you think about your identity, it helps you to understand the complexity of who you are or your identity through different experiences and also perspective. So it can help you to better understand yourself, who I am and what I want to be within my professional community and society. So let me put it in a more simpler way. By understanding about yourself, the complexity of yourself, you understand what you want to be. So what kind of profession you want to be, what kind of thing that you are passionate about that you want to pursue or you want to achieve. So what kind of experiences that you would like to have. So those kind of things help you a lot to then pave your way to achieve any kind of dreams and ambition in your life through the scholarship that you would like to take. Okay, so anyone knows this person? Hello? Anyone knows the person that's next to me? Standing next to me?
No idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Akush.
I think I know, but I forgot the name.
yeah, that's Pak Kuswandono. He's still in Sanata Dharma, right?
Yes. Now
Yes.
he's wakil dekan 1.
Oh,
FKIP, yes.
okay. Tapi beliau masih mengajar ya, Miss ya?
Yes, in PBI, also in MPBI.
Oh, berarti ini
Masih, Pak Kus masih mengajar.
Ya, yeah, Miss. So Pak Kus ini one of I can say all the PBI lectures are my favorite, but Pak Kus ini punya particular experiences yang beliau really helped me to understand about who I am and what I want to be through the process of my scholarship. So let me take a little bit of my PBI journey in Sanata Dharma. So I think when I was a student in PBI, I paved my dream as an English teacher. I always love any kind of opportunities that PBI offer, especially for the micro teaching and different types of research that we can have, and also you know, those kind of activities in drama class, in just all of them. It's always been it's just attached in my heart so deeply that I think that okay, one day I want to be like those kind of teachers, always being a passion in myself. And then I have all those lecturers, a role model for me, then help me to pave my dream as an English teacher. So after I studied in PBI Sanata Dharma, I went back home, and then I was accepted as a PNS there. And back at then, I was teaching for 4 years in English education in Patimura University. And then because my, you know, as a docent or a lecturer, you have to at least have master degree as your as the minimum degree for being a lecturer. So then I thought that it was a time to pursue higher degrees. So I just like did it randomly. I had no idea about what kind of scholarship I would like to have. It was just like so random. So then the question that actually came up in my mind at the time, am I ready to apply for a scholarship? Nah, I'm not so sure about it. So I would like to say some assumptions about the scholarship that actually going around my mind during that time, which actually led me to the failure of my first trial of applying scholarship, I would say. At the time, I thought that, oh, scholarship is just for smart people. Am I smart enough? That's a kind of thought in my mind. And then it's just too much labor. Oh, it's just, you have to have the IELTS test, you have to have the application, you have to have the CV prepared. And then I was like, thought about, how about my test scores? Just like very minimum, or it's just past the minimum level. Is it good enough to apply for a scholarship? That's kind of like, I would say, wrong assumption in my mind. And then I thought about so many competitors. Oh, I had another lecturer, my friends that also apply for a scholarship. Should I think them as my competitors? Or what kind of thinking, like what kind of like say idea in my mind at the time, thinking somebody else will be my competitors. And then I don't have any kind of like access. I don't know how to apply. I'm just like totally random, going myself, write it down, anything that I like, and then just submitted the application. And then, you know, the result is I failed due to my unprepared work and wrong assumption. So at the time I applied for Australian Development Scholarship, and I just failed. It's just, and I think I accepted that failure so much because that's the time for me to take a step back and then try to be more reflective and think what kind of change that I have to bring to myself. So learning from my failures here, that I would like to you also think about it. This is related actually about the identity that I explained early on. Think about what is your dream, hopes, contribution to society. What do you want to learn more? Is it about the TESOL, or is it more about linguistic part, or do you want to go beyond that, like educational management? What kind of thing that you would like to learn, and do you think that it's going to make you feeling more passionate about it? And then think about the field of interest. Think about the thing that you are very good at. And then the last one is that how you see yourself in the next 3 or 5 years. So all those kind of questions help me to really explore myself, explore what kind of things that I would like to be, what kind of thing, who I am now and what I want to be in the future. That helps me to pave again my my way to pursue a higher degree through the scholarship. So some tips of winning scholarship, Ms. Inge already gave a very detailed one. I just give more general one. Remember, scholarship is for everyone who has strong focus, purposes, and preparation, and also fits the criteria. Fits the criteria is very important. That's a rule of thumb. Fits the criteria here, if they ask you to have 2-year experiences in work, that you have to have that one. Don't just do trial and error and think that, oh, okay, maybe I this criteria, they will just they will okay if I just try to submit this kind of application, even though I didn't fit this kind of criteria. Think also about the IELTS, TOEFL, GRE application letter, and also recommendation. I think all of those kind of documents that you have to prepare, and then think that it is a long preparation, but it's worth it. Like the last question from Ms. Inga, to prepare your presentation. And then never give up. Once you try and fail, to keep trying to pursue what you are dreaming about, and never give up. I had a friend, he applied Australian Development Scholarship for 7 times. Imagine 7 years, he spent his entire life just to, I can say entire life because it's 7 years. It's just too much for me to think about it. But he finally got accepted because percent preparation. And the last one, this is very important. Don't ever try to compare yourself to somebody else. Oh, because I want to be somebody else. It's okay, but don't just keep trying to compete with the person. Think that you are unique, and then explore any kind of uniqueness that you have. And I'm sure you have something that people will think that, oh, this person deserves to get a scholarship. Okay, so then, sorry. The next one is mapping the process of applying scholarship. It's just, I try to repeat some of the information that Ms. Inge already explained. So gathering information. Gathering information is very important. Don't just do it randomly like me. Oh, I just like to, it's not like a one night dream and then, oh, I just want to apply for Fulbright scholarship. Oh, I just want to, and then you come up with the application, write it down, and you just send it. Take time to gather all those information first, and then try to collect your documents, make a map. Really try to think about how long you need to prepare for your IELTS test or TOEFL test. Try to collect all documents. Some people will need 7 years, like my friend. I need like 2 years because I failed in the first try. And then when you send the completed application, make sure it's completed application. Don't just like go to the post office and send it and say that, oh, I forgot to put my TOEFL test or TOEFL test result. Never ever. Have somebody else to check on your application. And then once your application is accepted, you will have the interview and then TOEFL test or IELTS test for Australia or UK. Still similar information. When you gather the information, make sure you attend this kind of like webinar, and also interview somebody else that already got the scholarship, and then even spend time with them. I spend like days with people that I know that they already got that kind of scholarship. Even I bake a cake and then bring it to them, and then they said, I just like to chat with you for about an hour and then share any kind of experiences that you have. Be proactive, especially you are a PBI student. Be proactive. And then also think about the documents that you have to collect it. Again, think about the timeline. And then once you complete the application, regularly check the information. And this is the most important one.
If the result is no, which I experienced for my Fulbright scholarship and also Australian Development Scholarship, repeat the process with more research. What I mean, repeat the process with more research. Try to read your previous application, and then talk with somebody else that you trust, that say, hey, why you think I failed in my application? Do you have any idea? And then make a, I think also think about the networking that that you can have it, friends, somebody else that you know, and then ask them any kind of feedback for your application. So it helps you to revise your applications. And the other one, if the result is yes, and then proceed to the test that they required. So scholarship for Indonesian students, as you all know, Fulbright, Australian Awards, LPDP, Chevening, New Zealand scholarship, Korean. You can just Google it and then just say scholarship for Indonesian student, and you have thousands of information there that you can read, and then just explore. And then again, like I said, see the scholarship or go to the scholarship that fits your criteria. So for example, LPDP has particular scholarship for, if I'm not mistaken, Ms. Inge can correct me, BIT for the eastern part of Indonesia. So if you think that you fit that criteria because you are from Maluku, Papua, then go for that directions. It can, you have that kind of privilege, and also it can save more time, and then it can give you more chance to win that scholarship. So think about that kind of the scholarship that you want to go. And then the last one, what are the impacts of scholarship journey on my professional identity? So again, my identity becomes more complex, multiple, and then even evolving. It's not only me become a lecturer, or just become a Fulbright grantees, or just becoming ADS awardee, but it's more. You receive more than that. It gives you the lifetime impacts. You have friends, new friends, you have the network, you have the professional experience, you have the family bonding. If you are married like me, then you can bring your family together with you, or even if you're still date your boyfriend, you will have long distance relationship. That's a good time for you to test your relationship for sure. Yeah, I had a LDR, long distance relationship with my boyfriend, like now my husband, when I had my Australian development scholarship, and I married him, and then we are together in the States for my doctoral program. So those kind of things that a lifetime impacts that makes you to be a different person, a multiple identity that you can have evolving, and then for sure you become a better person. So the last one, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So you can dream as high as you can, and then just keep pushing yourself to achieve your dream. Okay, that's all from me. I hope that, yeah, I can give you some insights, hopefully.
All right. What a wonderful presentation delivered by Kak Ingrid. There are a lot of motivation and that you have given for us. Thank you so much for your valuable insight and advice for PBI students, Kak Ingrid.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, everybody. As we have already listened to the second fabulous presentation, we shall now move on to the Q&A session. Okay, if there are any question, still same like before. If there are any question regarding the materials from Kak Ingrid, feel free to ask by typing your question in the chat box, or you can turn on your microphone and Kak Ingrid will directly answer it. Kak Ingrid, maybe I want to ask a question.
Sure.
Okay. Well, actually, US is one of the countries that I want to visit the most. And what the challenges that Kak Ingrid face while studying in US? It can be maybe culture shock, because I'm sure the environment is very different from Indonesia, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Kak Mary, my first question is why United States? You have several countries that you can visit. Think about it. Why is United States?
Well, actually, the first country that I want to visit is UK, but US is number 2. And why US? Wow, it's a good question. US is one of a big country, like, and US has a lot of beautiful environment, maybe, and a lot of what is it? Musician. I love to listen to music, and there are a lot of my favorite musicians that live there in US.
I'm sure once you're there, you can watch a lot of concerts for sure.
Yeah, I wish.
I think the culture shock is, I would say, okay, Australia is very, very modern. Australia is just beautiful country for me. I was there for 1.5 years, and then now I live when I live in United States for 5 years. It's just way different from the society. When I was in Australia, I actually live in Clayton. It's just a suburb from the city, from the Melbourne itself. But you can go everywhere with the train. You don't need to have a car there. You just be on time person, just be punctual. So you can catch the bus and then you can just go anywhere. And when I moved to United States, I was like, why they don't like to have bus? Why everybody needs to have a car? Because it's the States. It has like 50 plus countries, states, I mean. So when people go from one place to the other place, you need to have your own car. So that's the minus for me, because I don't know how to drive. So once I was there, I just rely myself on the bus. And it's a struggle, because like they have particular time that you cannot just take the bus. So once my husband came, and then he bought a used car, then we could travel for sure. But the good thing in the States is like we can travel to the 50 plus states for sure by car. You don't need to take a plane. I mean, for sure, from the east to the west, it's very far away, but you can travel by car. You can see different places. So in the States, it's just like in Indonesia, in Indonesian province. If you come to Jakarta and then you go to Jogja and then you go to Ambon, it's just way different. The accents, everything is just so different. Same like in United States. If you go there, you see, this is very like casual living. Everything is just so low. Like I live in a suburb too. So everything is just a low pace. You don't need to be like so in rush. But when you are in New York City, so dirty for sure. So many beggars everywhere. It's just like a cultural shock for you. That makes it just a different perspective for you to see life and people for sure. And then I come up to the point that no matter, it's not always about the place. It's about how you understand yourself within that place, and then how you see yourself, what kind of things that you can grow within that kind of place. I think that's the goal for you. I hope it answered your questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for the advice,
Yes.
Kak Ingrid. Okay, everybody. Everyone want to ask
Okay.
a question from Kak Delvin. Okay. Hi, Kak Ingrid. I'm Delvin from PBI Batch 2020. Thanks for the insightful presentation. I get an idea for my identity to become as a great teacher, as and as an entrepreneur. Do you have any recommended scholarship for me to fix it up? What scholarship should I choose? And may I ask your number to have a continually conversation? Thanks for the time.
Sure. Hi, Delphine. Thank you for the question. So that's good that since as a student, you already know what kind of like dream job or career that you want to be in the future. So I think all of different scholarship, actually don't only think about the scholarship, but think about the program that you want to take. So if you want to be a teacher and also interpreter, you can think about the program like linguistic part, or even like if you want to be more specific, if I'm not mistaken, Bu Marni, your lecturer, she took a translation, I think, program in ANU, Australian National University. So that's a very good direction that you can go. So also, if you want to be a teacher, don't just think about, oh, it's more the idea of English one. But if you want to make it broader, if you want to be an English teacher for young kids, you can go with the program for early childhood program. So those kind of program first that you have to consider, then go with the scholarship. That helps you a lot. But if you want to go with the scholarship first, then so for example, you take you want to take a Fulbright scholarship, then a Fulbright, like, I mean, you have thousands of schools or programs in United States that you can go. So you can just type it, English teacher or TESOL. It's more like English teacher or linguistic or applied linguistic. Go with that kind of direction. Okay. I hope it answered your question. And then the other one.
Yes, and then there's other one from Icha again. I want to ask, maybe it's a little out of a topic, but what's the difference between Indonesian curriculum, the way the lecturer teach in the class, and in States curriculum? Like, what made you shocked with? Thank you, Kak.
What made you shocked? That's a very good question. Okay. So at the time, I just like have face-to-face. We don't have online one. Or hybrid, they call it, like online and then face-to-face. So my experience in the first time when I was in the state, thank God that the class is always in the morning, and then teacher, I think 30% of the time teacher talk, and then 70% you talk. So you sometimes you are afraid, like everybody is just talking something that I don't understand, and then now my turn, I don't know what I'm going to talk. Like, it's okay if you don't want to talk, you can just type it. They give you chance to give more reflections on the spreadsheet or whatever that they give it to you, so you can have more chance to talk. So I remember I have one friend, he didn't talk much in the class, but he wrote a lot every time we have reflection in the sites, in the websites. So just think whether you are kind of like a person who likes to talk or write. Just think about those kind of skills or strength that you have, and then just push yourself to sharpen that kind of strength. Okay.
All right, thank you, Kak Ingrid. And we still have time for one more question from Kak Dana from batch 2019. I want to ask, should I need to learn French too if I want to get scholarship to study abroad in Canada, for example? Because it seems that Canada has two languages, English and French. Thank you.
It's not necessary, like it's not a must, but it will be like kind of cool if you can speak French. Like in the States, people, most people, I mean not most people, like their second language will be Spanish. So because of Mexican people, so some people if they can be good in Spanish, they can talk. People always thought that I'm from Mexican. maybe because of my dark hair and then also my dark skin. However, it will be kind of cool because like if you travel to other part of the States or even other part of Canada, and then you see people that they speak more French, they somehow appreciate you more because you try to talk their language. So just think like this. Think like this. When you go to somebody's house, they serve you their food, and then you eat, and you say, it's very nice food. It's actually you speak their language because hey, you can eat my food. Same like if you can speak particular language, you come to somebody's house and then you try so hard to speak their language, they will really appreciate you. So that will be kind of cool. Unfortunately, I cannot speak French.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much for the beautiful answer, Kak Ingrid. And yeah, unfortunately, the time is up for our Q&A session, everybody. And after this webinar and later, maybe there are some of PBI students who still want to ask, Kak Inge and Kak Ingrid, do you mind if we ask you through Instagram DMs, maybe?
My IG for Instagram, like Ingrid, you have my name and then _ Tanaseo. So my last name. Yes.
All right. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. So everybody, don't worry. Don't worry, everybody, because you can still ask them related to our topic for today. Just find Kak Inge and Kak Ingrid on Instagram and go ask them personally, okay? All right, everyone. Are you still on right now? Or are you sleepy maybe? Okay, I'm sure that you are still on, okay? Let me remind you again that you still have the opportunity to win a 50,000 rupiah GoPay top up by posting an Instagram story saying about Upward Mobility Webinar Session 1. Make it as interesting as possible and don't forget to mention at PBI Sanata Dharma, okay? Right, and now we jump to the session that you have been waiting for, I guess, which is the door prize session. Okay, I will read the rules for the door prize session and please listen carefully. Okay, ready? Well, in this session, our speakers will give 2 questions for you, and for the 2 participants who can answer it correctly, you can win a 50,000. One question, and then if you want to answer, please type your nickname and your badge like this. For example, Mary 2020, like that. You can type your name and your badge on the chat box, and the one who being the first will get the chance to answer the question. And if the answer is correct, you can win the GoPay top up. Okay, is it clear, everybody?
Yes,
I
Mary.
repeat. Okay, okay, it's clear. Okay, right. And so the first question will given by Kak Inge. You can start now, Kak Inge.
Okay. So the question will be a reflective question. It's not a wrong or right question because I think I really want to hear from you. So the question is, what will you start first in order to attain this scholarship and also to study abroad? And what is your first move? So what will you start first after listening to my presentation, our presentation, or this webinar? Okay. Should I type it as well?
Yes, Kak Inge.
Yeah. I think I need to type it. So wait up. The question is.
Well, actually, Cecilia is there to answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Okay, Kak Cecilia from 2018 is the person to type. All right, Kak Cecilia, you can answer Kak Inge's question.
First thing first, I want to check for the Australia awards, and then I already submitted my registration for e-tournament. It's from Hong Kong Baptist University. I don't know if I got accepted or not, but yeah, I just registered it. So that was the first thing. And then after this, I tried to exercise on TOEFL and then do exercise on TOEFL and then IELTS. I have downloaded the material as well while listening to your presentation. So thank you very much for giving me the motivation, Kak.
All right, good job. That's good. That's good, actually. Thank you so much.
All right. So is it the correct answer? Is it a good answer, Kak?
Actually, there is no right or wrong answer to my question because it's just like a reflective question. And Kak Cecilia has done a great job. She has started
Okay.
herself, so I really
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yay! So congratulations to Kak Cecilia. You win the 50,000 rupiah GoPay top up. We will contact you via we will contact you via Instagram. I mean via WhatsApp after webinar. Once again, congratulations, Kak Cecilia. All right, everybody, let's move on to the second question that will be given by Kak Ingrid. So prepare your finger, everyone, okay? You can start now, Kak Ingrid.
So second question actually appeared in the answer actually appeared in Miss Inga and my presentation. So mention 5 scholarships and the country that you will go if you win that kind of scholarship. 5. Anyone?
Come on, type your name and badge in the chat box.
It doesn't need to be,
Answer this question.
but you can try. Anyone? 5 scholarships?
All right, from Kak Ciara. Kak Ciara is the first person to type. Okay, Kak Ciara, you can answer Kak Ingrid's question.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. First, maybe I can take it from Kak Ingrid.
Yes.
Kak Ingrid. No, I mean Kak Inge. Wait. No. Kak Ingrid, I'm sorry.
It's
First
okay.
is from Australian Words,
Yes.
Australia, LPDP, Chevening, England, New Zealand Scholarship or NZS, and the last is Fulbright, Indonesia, United States, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. 5.
Oh, is it already 5 or 4?
Can you repeat once again?
Okay, first is Fulbright, Indonesia, United States, and the second is Australian Awards, Australia, and the third is LPDP or Lembaga Pengelola Dana Pendidikan from several countries, and the fourth is Chevening, England, and the fifth is New Zealand Scholarship or NZS.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations, Kak Ciara. You win the 50,000 rupiah GoPay top up. We will contact you via WhatsApp right after this webinar, okay? Well, congratulations for the winners, and for those who didn't win, don't worry, okay? Because you still have the opportunity on the next webinars, right? All right, thank you so much for being today's speakers, Kak Inge and Kak Ingrid. We have learned so many things from you all. Thank you for your time, your energy, and we wish you have a successful career ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, now we have come to the end of Upward Mobility Webinar Session 1, everybody. Thank you very much to all of the participants for joining this webinar until the end. And I'm sure you have learned many things, especially about scholarship. Who doesn't want to get a scholarship nowadays? I'm sure everybody really wants to get it, right? Scholarship will make it possible for you to travel and study abroad. It will be fun, right? Okay, before saying goodbye to everyone, don't forget to submit your exit ticket. The link to the exit ticket is sent through the chat box, okay? So you can check the chat box. This exit ticket form is only available until 5:30 p.m. So please submit the form as soon as possible. The e-certificate will be sent to your email address within 1 week, okay? Tomorrow, please be patient and wait for it, okay? The next Friday is the latest, okay? All right, everyone. Now it's time for photo session with the help from our lecturer, Mr. Thomas. Please open your camera, everyone.
We're waiting for your command, Pak Thomas.
Okay, I'm waiting for the participants.
Okay, everyone. You can open your camera.
Okay, we have 3 layers here, or 3 pages here. So please smile. I will count 1, 2, 3. Just smile whenever I count it, because you don't know where you are, right? So just smile, okay?
I've been
Okay.
smiling, Pak.
Okay, good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Again, the second layer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The third one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, done, Mary.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Thomas. And well, everybody, I'm also calling you all to join our second session of Upward Mobility webinar next week on Friday, 23 of July at 3 p.m. Okay, remember the date? Because we are going to discuss about being an English teacher at K-12 schools. Very interesting topic to discuss, right? So don't forget to register yourself and don't miss the show. You can find further information on PBI's Instagram post, okay? That's it for today, everyone. Thank you for joining. Stay happy, stay healthy, and see you next week. Thank you so much.
See you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mbak Ingrid, Mbak Inge, Ibu Rina, Pak Thomas.
Thank you, everyone.
And Mary and everyone.
next
Thank you very
week.
much.
Thank you,
See you
everyone.
next week.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone.
Don't forget to post an Instagram story. Okay. Is it? Okay.
Okay, I just remove them. Very good, Mary. Congratulations.
Tinggal kita. Ntar ya. Mary, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Miss.
did
Thank
really
you so much,
well.
Mister. Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry.